April showers bring May flowers and another card making video from Catherine Paper Art. I'll be making this fun interactive card today using Spellbinders Umbrella Blooms die set, a sentiment from Syberia Designs, the Expressing Gratitude set, some distress inks from Tim Holtz, and Essentials cardstock from Spellbinders. So let's get started. I've cut all the die pieces and now we're ready to assemble. I've inked up the background panel and a piece for cutting out the clouds. I've added 3 pieces, one for the grass, the umbrella, and the clouds, which I have scored all in a line for stringing the beads. You can see the cuts in these pieces and how they align, and I've added foam tape to keep them off of the card for stringing the beads on. Just needs that little bit of space for the beads to move freely. And now I'm ready to start stringing the beads. So to thread the beads on, I'm using a size 15 bead with a size 12 needle. These are micro beads, but you can use a little larger beads if that's your preference. But you can see they're very tiny. To start, I've taken my thread and taped it on with double stick tape to the back. So I begin by looping through a notch, leading up to a notch, and then over and then down, and I just keep repeating that. And you don't want to pull too tight because you'll end up bending your card. You want it to just lie flat and move smoothly. You don't have to use the same number of beads, and you don't want to use too many, otherwise they won't have enough room for movement, because once you get the grass and the clouds on, the space will be reduced. So it looks pretty like a big space now, but it really won't be once all the components get assembled onto it. I've beaded the second row and I've pulled it down and looped it over this next tab, and I'll keep going off camera and be right back. Okay, excuse me. You can see that I've finished the beading, and now I'm ready to put the die cuts on and complete the card. And it only took about a half an hour to do this. It wouldn't have even taken me that long if I hadn't been interrupted. But you can see the beads move smoothly, and I put tape along here to keep the beads from going too far, and the same here, same with the bottom. Now sometimes they tend to stick, as you can see, and I'll just take a little bit of powder to the edge of this to keep the beads from sticking to the tape. I apologize for my voice. I have laryngitis. Well, unfortunately, I lost the footage from when I was assembling the components. So I embossed the sentiment, and I used some foam tape to pop it up. And I actually used Distress Ink in the chip Sapphire to get that blue color to match the umbrella. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe.